Hey babes, it's Tap the Lazy Planner Addict, and we have our first sneak peek for the new Life Planners. That would be the 2020-2021 Life Planners. I don't have an email to show you because I didn't get the email, but I do have a link to the sneak peek page from last year, so we're gonna go ahead and go through everything that is listed here. I will go ahead and link that down below for you guys if you would like to check that out. If you would like to support this channel, consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you love planner stickers, I have a sticker shop over on Etsy as well as a planner sticker subscription. There are coupon codes for 20% off your Etsy purchase or your first subscription box if that is something you are interested in. So let's go ahead and just jump in. I am so excited. Okay, so as I said, we have the new theme. I was not expecting this for a while. My rep told me, now granted this was a few weeks ago, that they were planning on releasing the theme at Go Wild. I'm assuming that's canceled now. I didn't bother checking. So we have it, because Go Wild wouldn't have been until like the middle end of the month. I think it was like the 22nd or something like that. So the new theme is layers. I did predict in my last predictions video that we were going to have a more curvy theme because last year's Kaleidoscope specifically, but also Woven Wonder the year before, was more angular. I also predicted that I wasn't going to like it as much as Kaleidoscope. I still like it. I don't think I like it quite as much as Kaleidoscope. I did say in that video that it wasn't going to be very hard to have a pattern or a theme that I liked less than Kaleidoscope because I really liked Kaleidoscope. But I was kind of expecting to not like this year's theme because I tend to love the themes every other year. So I am super pleasantly surprised that I do like this theme, and I am just really excited going forward, all sorts of beautiful layers and patterns and all of that sort of thing. So that's way cool. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So on this page, we have basically the mother lode of news, because look, we actually have pictures of the planners. This is like crazy. I don't even think we've gotten this much information this early in any other Erin Condren Life Planner news cycle. This is amazing. I'm wondering if this was their plan all along, or because of what is going on outside and everybody's at home right now, if they had to make some changes to their plans. Either way, I am perfectly excited about it. Now, it says our geometrical design theme layers. I wouldn't call this necessarily geometric. I think of geometric as more like angular, but whatever. Is a beautiful reminder that a strong foundation is built upon infinite layers. I definitely think that's true, and I'm sure it was not intended because something like this takes a while to put together, but it is very applicable right now. Each multicolor layer builds upon the next for a complex and inspiring result. Lovely. So I'm going to blow this up a little bit because we know that that's what we do here. And let's go ahead and dissect every possible thing that we can. So obviously this is the colorful version. We have the vellum on the front page. We have the layers at the top and the bottom, and you can see Life Planner vertical layout. This is my life here. So I'm glad it doesn't say on the go Life Planner anymore. This has been my pet peeve for like 2 or 3 years. It would say like on the go Life Planner. I'm like, I'm not going to take a planner this size on the go. No, thank you. I'll take a petite planner or something else on the go. Again, just my little pet peeve. It was like, 3 words on 1 page, but I don't get to talk about it this time around, which is fine. So that, apart from having the new theme, is pretty much the same, apart from taking out the on-the-go part. Under here, it doesn't look like they've really made any changes to this page, which is fine with me. I have absolutely no problems with them not making a lot of changes. I just want to see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and go to the quote page. Again, this is another one that we've seen a lot. Oh my, okay, you know what? I might like layers just as much as I like Kaleidoscope. I'll get back to you on that. This page is just so beautiful. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. That is just so gorgeous. That is so gorgeous. I love it. Oh, I'm just going to say, oh my God, I love everything. Oh, also I didn't point out that here we have the platinum or silver coil, and we have the tabs over here. We might see in these sneak peeks, or we might not. Looks like that's the gold coil, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to choose your coil color again. That was one of the things in my last video that I said, yeah, we're pretty much guaranteed to be able to choose our coil color, because the Erin Condren brand is built on a lot of personalization, and it seems kind of stupid to take personalization options away. Though if they were going to take personalizable options away, I actually would think they would do it right now, just because it's hard to get a lot of workers in the production and packaging plant safely with social distancing right now. So if they were to temporarily take some of that away, I wouldn't be too mad. I would understand. As much as I want my planner pretty and personalized, I would prefer everybody stay safe while putting it together and getting it to me. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on there. Here we have the yearly months page. This is pretty much the same as last year. Now I have to pull open my planner. I almost never use this page, so I don't know what it looks like off the top. Okay, so this is last year's, if you can see it. I know it's really small. Oh, whoa, that messed up the lighting a lot. But basically, this border at the top, I don't know if it's new, or if they had it and then took it away off the top, but previously they had like little skinny borders across the whole thing, like that. So that is new this year. And here we have our quotes page and a note page. Again, this is pretty standard. We kind of assume that we would have a quote page every month. Find beauty in the everyday. I love how the blue here makes it look like ocean. And especially because July tends to be a hot month, having like the blue ocean kind of like gives you beachy vibes and like cool down and all that sort of thing. Beaches here are closed, so hopefully they'll be open by July, but it makes me really want to go to the beach. And here we have our monthly view. So it looks like, I think last year this notes bit was shaded. We don't have the shading anymore. We still have the rounded corners that we had last year, and we have the little layer pattern at the top, not going through the whole header. Other than that, I don't think that there are very many changes in what is going on in the monthly page. Typically, there aren't that many drastic changes anyway with the monthly page. There's only so much you can do because it does take up so much real estate, and Erin Condren doesn't tend to they shook things up last year with the rounded corners, and I know I predicted that they were going to shake things up again this year. We'll see if they do that with the weekly layouts, but so far it looks like they haven't really shook up the layout this year. I have to say, from a sticker perspective, if I don't have to redesign all my stickers and my kits, I'll be happy. That is more of a personal pet peeve for me, but we can see. Oh, okay, so we have the vertical layout, and we only have a couple of changes on this one. We have the curved here, curved headers here. Now, are these headers are as big as up here, so they have made the little headers in the middle of the page big again. You might remember last year that they made those headers smaller, and it looks like that they've made them big again to match the top, even though the top is rounded. We still have our bottom boxes here. They are still shaded. Was there like a header? Of course, I'm like pulling out my planner. Yeah, so I'm not gonna hold it up again because it will like blind you. The colors will go out. But previously they had like this little area right here was a header of a darker color. It was skinny. It wasn't super big. And then the boxes themselves were short. It looks like this year they have made the bottom boxes bigger, like the neutral layout is. And that's probably not something you know unless you specifically compared the sizes of the colorful and neutral. Again, because I do make stickers, I have to like test stickers in different planners, so I have all of that experience. I don't see any reason why the width of the columns would be any different, which is the big thing that indicates whether your stickers that you already have from kits or whatever will fit in the planners. Erin Condren vertical planners have a 1.5 inch width here. I'm interested to see about the height of these boxes. Previous to last year, for the colorful at least, the boxes were 1.9 inches tall. And then I think they went up to 2 inches when they made the headers, these two headers, and they had the tiny one down here smaller. But it's looking like they've gone back to the standard 1.9 inch height. I'm really excited to take a look at that. And these pictures are so good, I actually might be able to do a little bit of a mock-up in Photoshop and kind of, you know, do a little bit of magic. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments down below, because if a lot of people are interested, I'll do it sooner as opposed to later. Okay, now let's address the hexagon in the room, or not in the room. We don't have the hexagon here anymore. There used to be a hexagon up at the top here. Again, can I show you without it like completely ruining my colors? There we go. And now we have the calendar up there. We've had a calendar in that upper corner a few different years. Some years we have it, some years we don't. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's down there. We can't see the very corner of the page, but it's not looking like we have anything in that bottom corner. And it's looking like we might be able to cover up the calendar with a full box sticker. If you want to cover that up entirely, which is really awesome for me. I am excited about that. Just because, like, when you use a kit, if you have the hexagon, if it doesn't come with a hexagon sticker, it can be a little bit hard to make the page come together if you're using the colorful. I like the colorful in general, even if I'm gonna cover it all with stickers, because on a week that I don't use stickers, I still have a little bit of color there, but the neutral typically is a lot better when it comes to stickers, and I think we're gonna get a look at that in just a minute. And we are back to the beginning of the colorful. So let's go ahead and go down to the neutral. So for those who prefer a more minimalistic look, the neutral version of layers may be for you. Soft and streamlined hues are seamlessly layered across the LifePlanner pages. So something that I want to note right up front, I believe these tabs have gotten lighter, but that's actually not what I wanted to note. I know that one of the critiques in the past couple of years with the neutral is that it hasn't been completely neutral, it's just been more muted colors. I personally really like that as part of the theme itself. I know that that's not everybody's cup of tea. I tend to gravitate towards more muted colors a lot of the time. It's a double-edged sword, you know, what have you. So here we have the Vellum page with the neutral muted colors, LifePlanner, and it looks like we're gonna take a look at the horizontal layout now, which is really cool. This is my life. Again, apart from taking out on the go, it doesn't really look that much different. So let's, oh, I should just do it here. Okay. Actually, let's do, there we go. Okay, so now I can both, I think, go forward. Okay, so we have our quotes page. This is fairly neutral across the middle, and then you do have a little bit of the more muted colors at the top and the bottom. So that's a nice little compromise. It looks like the words are in gray instead of black. I don't remember off the top, but I believe they were in black last year. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. But it is the same quote as before, and other than the colors, pretty much the same layout. And we're also seeing the rose gold coil. So we do pretty much officially have confirmation that you can choose your coil cover. I mean, coil color. We did have that before, but like now we officially have confirmation. Next on, we have the monthly page. And again, we have this border at the top, and then we have the actual days here. Now, let me just go ahead and compare here real fast. Okay, so the colorful has a serif font here, like I don't want to say a block letter font, but it's a serif font. This is, you have the script here, and then it looks like the dates are in a sans serif font. And for anybody who's not familiar with these, like, you know, design terms, Script, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Serif, you know how you'll get some letters that have like the little like lines across, like you'll have a T and then you'll have like tiny lines down the sides of the T. I mean, this is a good show of that. I guess that might, here we go. So November, you see how you have those little lines there? That would be a serif font. A sans serif font is one that doesn't have it. And then of course you have script. Those are like the three kind of basic fonts that you see, and I'm sure there's more distinguishing factors. I only did 1 year of design school in college. Other than that, I'm pretty much self-taught, but I do know enough to know that. Now, this is going to be good news for anybody who does use stickers on this page, especially with the top. Again, I don't remember how it was last year for the neutral. I probably could dig it up. I think I have the neutral in a binder format somewhere. It looks like it's all the same dimensions, which is going to be great for stickers. They're not always the same dimensions between the neutral and the colorful. Now, a little bit later, we're going to be looking at the horizontal, I believe. So we're not going to be able to see any differences between the colorful and the neutral for the different layouts, it appears, but that's okay. Again, we have our quotes page. This one is, of course, more neutral, so we don't have all the blue, but we do have a little bit of blue going across, blue and gray. You could say it still gives beachy vibes. I like it, but I mean, it's more neutral. That's what this is supposed to be. So we have the monthly page. We don't have the layers design at the top here. We also don't have the note section enclosed like we do in the colorful layout, and the whole thing is not enclosed in the really big rectangle thingies like it is in the colorful layout. So this is pretty standard for a neutral monthly page, but there are definitely some differences. It's not like it's the exact same thing and one of them has gray and one of them has bright colors. There are some stylistic differences, even though it appears the sizes are pretty much the same, and you should be able to use stickers in both of them. Sometimes sizes are just different enough to cause problems. I can't tell just from pictures. That's the kind of thing that you either have to get a ruler out and measure, or you have to like actually put a sticker down and find it out the wrong or the hard way. But I don't see any big problems with using the same stickers in both of these versions. And here is our first look at the horizontal layout. Now, I will say I personally use the vertical layout, so I am not going to be as adept in pointing out any specific little changes with the horizontal layout. So if you notice anything that I miss, please comment down below, have a conversation. Because this is neutral, it's neutral. There's not much in the way of color. I know in the past these boxes have been shaded, and on this side it almost looks like they're shaded a little bit, but on this side you can almost see it's just a trick of the light. So we don't have any shading on this page. I'm assuming there was probably a calendar somewhere on this page last year, and this seems like a logical place to put it right here with the notes. Again, though, we do have the rounded corners, just like last year. Again, I'm not as familiar with the horizontal, so I can't comment on whether the dimensions look the same, but we do have that same rounded motif everywhere. And last year, I was commenting a lot about how the rounded motif contrasted really nicely with kaleidoscope. This year, I like it with layers, but I think I liked the contrast with the angular kaleidoscope a little bit more. It's not enough that had I not had last year's and made all those comments that I probably would have brought it up, but it is the kind of thing that, you know, now I notice and I do want to point out. This is a very minimalistic page, though. That's what neutral is supposed to be. I'm assuming the vertical and the hourly and the daily, which I'm assuming we're getting, is going to be pretty minimalistic, though we'll talk about daily later. We'll move on. Oh, we're back to the beginning with neutral. So what is next? flower power. For the first time ever, we're introducing a floral interior design theme. Each month, we're introducing a new bloom for an entirely unique interpretation of this beloved floral design. That is so cool. We've never had 2 themes for the Life Planner before. Now, looking back, I should have expected it because they announced 2 themes this year for the teacher lesson planner. I meant to make a video when that came out. I didn't see it until a couple days after, and then Life Planner stuff came in and that takes precedence. So I still will do a video about that. That is so cool that we're getting 2 themes for the Life Planner as well. So let's go in detail with this one. So it looks like with this one, we're gonna get a look at the hourly layout, which is awesome. This is a colorful, we still don't have on the go win. And we have this beautiful flower overlay on the Vellum page, which is very cool. Here is the quote page. Again, same quote. And we have the flowers all around. And it looks like we have a few different kinds of flowers. So I wonder if they'll choose each one for each month. It will be interesting to see how that happens. I wonder if we'll see here. Ooh, we have changes. So instead of having a solid border up here, we have flowers coming down. And it looks like the width of the longest part of the flowers is a little bit bigger than the width of the layers borders at the top. So if you did want to cover this up with stickers, the same stickers might not work. That being said, with the flowers, it is a little bit more of like a personalized idea here. So you might not want to cover it up with stickers. Other than that, here it looks like we have the same month layout for each month in the yearly page as the neutral life planner, or sorry, the neutral layers theme. Not the colorful, which is interesting because we're looking at the colorful. I don't think there's anything else I want to point out on this page. So let's go here. That is a cute quotes page. Find the beauty in every day. Okay, so it looks like they have chosen a flower every month and they mixed all of those flowers together with a theme at the beginning. That's gorgeous. So pretty. Have a notes page here, page flag. I forget if I mentioned there was a page flag or anything in the previous ones. You can go back and look yourself. I don't think there's really anything else I want to point out on this page. I feel like a lot of these things now, because they have like a lot of the quotes repeated and a lot of the same structure, I feel like some of it might be getting a little repetitive. I know this is going to be a long video. I've been recording for over 20 minutes. Wow. Okay. And then we have the page here, and it looks like we have that same rounded motif that was introduced last year that we have in the layers colorful version. So it looks like it's the same layout, just with different designs here. And other than that, I don't see any differences. We still have this not shaded. We still have the strip at the bottom. Everything in the colorful is still pretty enclosed. And then we have August's flower up here, which I don't know flowers. Maybe that's the daisy or something like that. It could be cool if they actually put some information about each flower, maybe on the goals page or in the back or something like that. That would be kind of cool. And then we have the hourly. So this is the Mayflower. I love how they're showing us different months here so we can see some of the different flowers and how they're put together. So a few things I want to point out. Let's address the hexagon that's not in the room but has been replaced with a big page flag and some flowers. So for those of you who do use the hourly layout and like to cover whatever is up here, that might be a little bit more challenging for you because this, like the hexagon, is pretty darn big. But I don't see any other super large changes to the hourly. Again, I don't use the hourly personally. Oh my goodness, I have to sneeze now. Okay. I don't use the hourly personally, so I'm probably not going to be able to point out as many little things that have changed, but we still have that rounded motif. Last year they started starting at 6 a.m. and going until 7 p.m. I know that was a really controversial change because a lot of people said, well, I don't have anything going on that early and I want hours going in later. So you do have this space where you can kind of fill in time down here. If I remember correctly, they also made each hour smaller last year when they changed how the times were. And I'm guessing that hasn't changed this year. Again, I can't be sure. I also don't remember last year if they had the dates in this bar or if they had them up top. So if you know about that, let me know in the comments down below. Again, we can have a little bit of a discussion about that. And it looks like on the hourly, there is no calendar for the month. So on the other two, we had the little calendar. Well, okay, on the vertical, we had the calendar up here, that was the vertical colorful. We can assume probably the vertical neutral, but we haven't seen it. On the horizontal neutral, we had it down here. We can probably assume that the horizontal colorful will be the same. It looks like on the hourly, we do not have that month's calendar. So that's an interesting difference between this layout and the other layouts. It looks like in this one, by the way, we do have the platinum coil, which I didn't mention earlier. These boxes down below I didn't mention are shaded, but they're shaded in gray as opposed to that month's color. So that's an interesting distinction. And for people that like to use a lot of stickers, that's actually really awesome because I'm assuming a lot of you have had this experience where you're trying to put a sticker down and the color under it shows through, and then you have to get whiteout, and it's like this whole thing. I actually ran out of whiteout. I had to like order a big box off Amazon. Usually I get mine at the Dollar Tree, but I'm not going outside right now, so couldn't do that. Anyway, I don't know if this is a change from last year because I'm not as intimately familiar with the hourly layout, but that is good for people that use that area for stickers. And it doesn't look like there are too many changes on the other side of the page. So do we have anything else? That's it for the flower power. Cool. Need more? Come back soon for the next sneak peek. Okay, so we have finished this. If you are not an Erin Condren insider and would like to get these sneak peeks, in theory, you can sign up for the emails and get them there yourself. There's actually a coupon in the description box down below where you get a $10 credit off your first Erin Condren order if you sign up with that link. So that's pretty cool. Again, I will also leave a link to this page. Now, I do want to mention before we go really fast that I believe how you make sure you're opted into the Erin Condren sneak peek emails this year has changed. I will still link the video down there that I did last year on how to make sure you were signed up. But when I didn't get the email this year, or today, I did a little bit of digging and it looks like it's in a different place and I was encountering a couple of glitches. So once I figure that out, it could just be my computer, it could be a bigger problem, who knows. Once I figure out how to make sure you're getting these sneak peek emails, I will record another video if it has changed from last year to make sure that you are getting these. I know personally I'm going to be bookmarking this page just as a fail-safe because to get this, I had to go back last year and grab a link from last year's sneak peek emails. They used the same URL, so I was able to find this year's information, which was pretty cool, and I'm really glad that I was able to make this hella long video for you. I do want to hear, again, what you think about everything, and if you have anything to add to the conversation in the comments down below. And don't forget to like this video, check out my Etsy shop and sticker subscription if that is something you're interested in. And stay tuned for more Erin Condren news and updates. We're going to be diving into all the sneak peeks for the life planners, as well as looking at them when they come out. So I will see you babes really soon. Bye.